Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Samantha Bryson from St. Leonard's Community Services, and I will be your host for today. Welcome to day one of our virtual job fair. We are excited to introduce our Haldimand employers, but before we get to it, I have a few points to cover first. The St. Leonard's Community Services Employment Services Department is funded by Employment Ontario and the Ministry of Labour Training and Skills Development. We provide employment and training support services across Haldimand and Brant counties with employment centers located in Dunnville, Caledonia, and Brantford to support job seekers and employers. We would like to acknowledge that the Grand Erie jurisdiction includes the Six Nation and Credit Territories, which are traditional territories used by the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and the Neutral People. We also acknowledge the enduring presence and deep traditional knowledge, laws, and philosophies of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land. This is day one of our 3-day virtual job fair. We hope to bring you valuable information from our employers to assist you with your job search. Please feel free to join us again tomorrow and Thursday at the same time on the same YouTube channel. For those of you who registered with Eventbrite, you will receive a summary highlighting each employer, job opportunities they are looking to fill, and information on how to apply. But for those who did not pre-register, don't worry. You can still register on Eventbrite until 2 p.m. on Thursday, or feel free to call your local employment center to receive an email from us. If you'd like to ask a question during the Q&A portion of the employer presentation, you will be asked to log in with your Google account or Gmail account. Okay, let's get started. Today we have 3 Haldimand employers with us: Vicki from Stanpac in Smithville, Marianne from Haldimand County, and Mike from Jeff's Outdoor in Caledonia. As mentioned previously, if you have a question for the employer, please ask it in the chat box available. If your question doesn't get answered during the fair, please reach out to your local employment center and staff will assist you with your questions. We will begin with Vicki. Welcome, Stanpac. You have the floor.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Vicki, and I'm here with my colleague, Katie.
Hi.
So we are recruitment coordinators at Stanpac, and we're a dairy packaging manufacturing company based out of Smithville. Next slide, please. So we were originally started in 1949, and we've been going strong ever since. We started out making milk bottle caps that expanded into ice cream packaging under our current ownership back in 1971. We are a growing company, and we're always looking for new ideas to better serve our customers. Our team in Smithville is about 470 people strong and includes 3 product lines. So one facility focuses on ice cream packaging. One focuses on bottle printing, and the third repairs, installs, and services ice cream filling equipment that we loan out to our customers. We also have a manufacturing facility in Texas that makes ice cream packaging, and one in New Jersey that makes paper takeout cups. Our manufacturing facilities are clean, bright, and have good air quality. So the big question on everyone's mind is all about COVID. So we have had everyone's best interests at heart, and we take the safety of our team members very seriously. So to reduce some of the traffic through our office section, we have locked doors and are permitting guests only to enter with an internal contact inviting them in. This allows us to go through the proper COVID questionnaires and screening measures so that we can ensure that our team members all stay safe. In order to promote social distancing, we have increased seating capacity for our lunchroom by placing extra tables outside or encouraging team members to eat lunch in their car if they feel safer doing so away from everyone else. During working hours and while performing job duties, we encourage team members to practice social distancing as much as they are able to, and we've also given out free reusable masks to our team members. They are invited to wear them while working if they choose, but they're not required on our production floor at this time. So because we're a food manufacturing facility, we've always had the utmost care in promoting proper cleaning, personal hygiene, and hand washing. This is mainly due to our product safety. However, these habits and policies that we have existing have really benefited us during this time. So everyone must wash their hands prior to entering our production floor, and we actually have like a hand wash barrier setup where you have a turnstile that will lock, and you can't go through until you wash your hands. So as well, in every production department, we also have sinks and encourage team members to wash their hands frequently. Next slide, please.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Katie, and I'm going to introduce our current openings. So we do have several openings at Stanpac at the moment, and all of them are currently on our production floor. Many of our current openings are more entry level, but we do advertise opportunities both internally and externally as they come up. And we are currently looking for members to join our team as production associates, bottle loaders, and machine operators. So first I'm going to talk about our production associate position. So this position does run.
Next slide, please.
Next slide, please. This position runs on a midnight, afternoon, and day shift. So the shifts are 8 hours long. So midnights is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., days is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., and afternoons is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So you are on the shift for 2 weeks at a time, and then it just rotates every 2 weeks, whether you're on midnights, afternoons, or days. So what production associates do is it is an entry-level position in our cups department. So in our cups department, we create the ice cream cups, and they're formed in machines called cup formers. Once the cup gets formed in the cup former, it gets sent over to the production associates, and they are responsible for packaging the finished product into boxes. So along with packaging the finished product into boxes, they need to do quality checks, light paperwork, keeping track of all the boxes they've packed, any checks they've done, things like that. Closing up the box when it's full, throwing it on a skid, stacking the skids, and labeling and setting up all your boxes as well. The main component of the production associate position, though, is taking that finished product, doing a quality check on it, and packaging it into boxes to go out to our customers. Next slide, please. So next I'm going to talk about our machine operator position. So this position, you are running the machine that creates our lids. So the lid portion of our ice cream packaging. So machine operators are responsible for ensuring that the machine has the proper amount of materials that it needs to run. So like glue, blanks, skirts, which is the outside part of a lid. The blank is the middle part. So they make sure that they load those materials in order for the machine to do the work of forming the lids together. Once the machine does the work of forming those lids, then the machine operator would take the finished product, and similar to the production associate, they do a quality check on it and they package it into boxes to go out to the customers. So another aspect of running a machine is troubleshooting anything that goes wrong with the machine. So there's daily things that might go wrong, like glue buildup or jams, things like that. You would learn those on a day-to-day basis, and you would just troubleshoot them, fix it, and then the machine would start running again to create the lid portion. So thankfully, we do also have a maintenance department as well here. So if anything does go really wrong with the machine, then we do have maintenance on site who can help out as well with that. But the machine operators are mainly responsible for loading in the material, packing the finished product into boxes, doing quality checks, and troubleshooting and any other general labor duties on the floor as well. So this position runs on a 12-hour continental shift. So it is quite different from the midnight, afternoon, and day schedule. How this one works is you would either work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Machine operators do rotate between the two shifts. So how continentals work, if you're not familiar with it, if you were to start on a Monday, you'd work Monday, Tuesday, you'd be off Wednesday, Thursday, you'd be on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it switches to the opposite the next week. So you'd be off Monday, Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And with our rotation, what happens is when you have the 3 days off in a row, that's when you transition between day shift and night shift. All right, so that's everything about the machine operator position. Next slide, please. Thank you. So lastly, I'm going to talk about our bottle loader position. So this is another entry-level position over at our location where we do the decorating on the glass bottles. So bottle loaders are responsible for loading the raw product onto the line. So the bottles that have nothing printed on them, loading those onto the line, making sure they have no chips, no smudges, no scratches, things like that. And then also unloading the finished product off of the line once it has the labels printed on it. So again, making sure there's no smudges in the label or anything like that, or chips or scratches on the product. And then packing them into either crates or boxes to go out to our customers as well. So this position also runs on the continental 12-hour shift. And yeah. Yep. Anything else to add about that?
No, that's about it for that one. Can we have the next slide, please? All right. So what can Stanpac offer you? So in addition to whatever you would receive for your position's wage, full-time positions are also eligible to receive an attendance bonus, of course, assuming you do meet the required attendance criteria for that. So pretty straightforward. Coming in for all of your shifts on time, staying the whole duration, and having no absences, and you get a cash bonus every 2 weeks for that. We also offer health and dental benefits after 6 months, and we do RRSP matching up to 3% after 1 year. And we've got a new vacation program in place. So anyone who starts with us between July 1st and September 30th will receive 32 hours of vacation time for the remainder of 2020. And then January 1st, 2021 bumps up to 80 hours automatically. We also have an awesome referral program. So we have good people. We hope our good people know more good people. So if that's the case and you refer someone on their 2-month anniversary, you would be eligible for a $250 gift card. And can we have the next slide, please? So how to apply. Right now, we are preferring to take applications online because, as previously mentioned, we are reducing office traffic. So during normal times, we definitely encourage people to come to the door and they can apply in person. However, just to make sure everyone does stay safe, we are reducing traffic through our office. So please apply online to stanpacnet.com/careers. Basically, what would happen is if you're selected for an interview, we would go through a phone screen process with you first. And then when you come in, we would give you our phone number and a COVID questionnaire. So you'd have to contact us when you arrive, and then we can come let you into the building to make sure that, again, everyone is staying safe. So please apply online, again, stanpacnet.com/careers. Or if you are already a client of St. Leonard's, then you can speak with your job developer today, and they can help get you in touch with us. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vicki. It sounds like you have a number of amazing opportunities over there. I'd like to open up the chat box right now to see if anybody has any questions for Stanpac. And Vicki, it looks like we already have some. So
Okay.
one of the questions I have for you is, what would you say is the most challenging part of these jobs?
I think it's difficult, and it's different for everybody. So it depends on what your background is. So folks that might be coming in with a similar background already might not have as many challenges as someone who might have a different background. So for example, if I were to go out there and start working on the floor, I'm going to have a hard day because it is hard work for sure, and my body's not quite used to it. So a lot of people do have some trouble with this standing for long periods of time, but we're accommodating. We try to help out as best we can. So if you tell your supervisor that you're a little tired after your first day, they try to work as best as they can with you to help make sure that you're comfortable at work as well.
That's awesome. That's so well-rounded. Okay, so here's another one for you. How long will it take me to be fully trained?
Depends on the position. And depends on the person. Some people pick it up really fast. Other people, sometimes it might take 3 months. So, we're willing to work with folks as long as they have the aptitude and, the willingness to learn, we can help you out.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions. So I think that's all we have for today. Thank you, ladies, both Vicki and Katie, so much from Stanpac for your time today. And remember that Stanpac's contact information and how to apply will be posted in the credits below at the end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was awesome. That was Vicki and Katie from Stanpac. Thank you again, ladies, so much. Next, direct from Dunnville Employment Center is Mike from Jeff's Outdoors. So happy to have you here, Mike. Please share with us the landscaping jobs that you have available.
Well, we've got some opportunities with Design Build, which is our construction division. We have an opportunity for a foreman, and we also have opportunities for crew members. And we do everything from building gardens, building decks, building patios. We help out with pool installation, waterfalls, quite a well-rounded construction background in our company. So that's one area that we're looking. Also in maintenance, we need people in the maintenance area, which is grass cutting, garden maintenance, as well as looking after lawn care, aerating, seeding, all that kind of work. So fertilizing that whole thing. So yeah, there's lots of different opportunities within the company as well. When people come in, lots of opportunity to move up and to move around. We have 3 different divisions, and there's always opportunities to make moves as opportunities open up. We would like to, we like to hire internally first.
Amazing.
So, yeah, absolutely.
And all I heard was waterfalls, so I'm a little stuck on that right now. I'm trying to get that out of my head before I come home with all sorts of ideas.
There you go.
Would you like to switch over to the PowerPoint now, Mike?
Yeah,
or
let's
the video,
do
or okay.
Let's do the PowerPoint. That sounds good.
Perfect.
There we go. Welcome to Jeff's Outdoor. So Jeff's Outdoor has been a longtime employer in Haldimand County. The company started 24 years ago. Basically, Jeff Ronhar is Jeff of Jeff's Outdoor. He's the guy that started everything. When he was 15, he quit cutting grass, or quit his job as a paper boy, and started running his company basically full time, and built the company from the ground up. Started in a garage in Caledonia and worked its way up. We had a location in Caledonia for quite a few years, and then outgrew that. And then we moved to Binbrook, where we were for 8 years on a 5-acre site. We quickly outgrew that 5-acre site, so we moved back into Haldimand County, the outskirts of Caledonia, and we now have 19 acres. So hoping we don't outgrow that site too soon. But yeah, it's great. We've got 12 crews on the road on a daily basis, going to different sites and doing work. So pretty exciting. And our company is always growing, always improving, always looking for new and better ways to do things. So anybody that's got a knack for growth, an idea of improving themselves and improving their skills, we're happy to work with them. So good. So let's move to the second slide. Do like a newscaster. All right. So we're a dynamic, growing landscape company in Caledonia, Ontario. What you see in the picture there, that's our brand new office. That second picture at the top there, that is not in our backyard, however. The sunrise photo that you see there, that was taken from our shop. The guys, it's interesting. It's very common to see guys taking pictures of the sunrise when they get to work in the morning. All of our guys and gals, we love working outdoors. Anybody in the company, if you said, why do you work at Jeff's? Why do you work in landscaping? Every one of them will tell you the same thing, and that is, I can't work inside. Everyone says the same thing. I cannot work indoors. I have to be outdoors. So, and there's just a genuine appreciation. Everybody that does well at our company has a real appreciation for the outdoor environment. Doesn't mind the wind, the heat, the cold. It's the part of the everyday challenge of doing the job. But we all really love it. So if we could switch to that next slide. Established in 1994 as a one-man show, the company has grown to be a leading employer. We've got 3 divisions, which I've talked about. We've got our design build, which is our larger projects, again, involving pools and decks, patios, armor stone walls, kind of the heavy-duty construction end. We've got another division called property enhancements. In that division, we do a lot of garden work, garden overhauls, tree trimming, small patios and walkways. So for someone who wants to get into landscape construction but is a little bit intimidated with the idea of getting into a huge project and being responsible for being on those jobs, property enhancements is a great division to get started in and build up your skills. Then our other division is our maintenance division with grass cutting, regular weekly garden services, and our fertilizing and aerating crews. So lots of opportunity within the company. Again, lots of opportunity to grow, opportunities to learn as well. We have every person that joins our company, part of their orientation is a course called Greenius, and within Greenius you watch a bunch of videos and take some quizzes, and you actually get certification in different types of landscaping and different types of skills. And also there's safety learning within that Greeniest certification. And so you can get different certificates that way. So often if we have a rain day and the guys can't work, we'll send them home with some homework, 1 or 2 Greeniest units. And anybody that's a new employee as well, that's one of the first things they do is go through about a dozen units just to get up to speed. So so that way everybody on the floor has a basic understanding and knowledge of where we're starting, where we're coming from. So lots of opportunity to learn. Also in the winter time, Landscape Ontario has amazing courses available, and Jeff helps underwrite some of the cost of that. If anybody wants to take a course, that's available there. So also great opportunities there. Why don't we move on to the next slide? Quick look at the numbers. I see I keep jumping around on the bottom of the screen there. So right now we have 39 full-time employees, and as the needs grow, sometimes we go up over 40. We have the design build department, as I was describing. That's our bigger projects. And we've got 3 different crews, also with support staff there. We've got a full-time truck driver. All he does is delivering materials and equipment, machinery to sites, hauling away stuff that we've dug out. Property enhancement department, 2 crews with their support staff as well. That picture that you see there, that's a project the property enhancement crew did last year. The garden planting, making that flagstone walkway, and customer is very, very thrilled with that job. We're really pleased with how that turned out. And then maintenance department, we have 5 crews going out on a daily basis, 4 crews doing lawn care, lawn maintenance, and then 1 crew full-time just doing gardens, and then our lawn care department as well, 2 crews. So early morning is busier on the shop. There's lots of trucks going and lots of things getting loaded up, and we also have full-time administration in the office and a mechanic on staff. So we keep busy. Next slide. So who should apply to work at Jeff's? Like I mentioned, it's people that love working outdoors. This is a job site that we just wrapped up about a month ago. And for the sharp-eyed among us, there is a fence there now, because you can't have a step any more than 2 feet. So there is a fence in case anybody's wondering if we're doing the job right. But the guys would show up at that job site about 7:30 in the morning. They'd be there till about 4:30, then back to the shop to unload and get ready for the next day. We built that armor stone wall, the gardens, redid the whole patio around the pool, refurbished parts of the pool, and then of course the fence went up, a bunch of new trees. So that's a typical job in our construction design build division. But who should apply to work at Jeff's? People that love outdoors, people that like a hard day of work, people that love problem solving. That's the big part of the job. Every job site is different, and every time you put a shovel in the ground, you get a surprise. You think you're digging in clay, next thing you know, there's a different substrate, and so you're always trying to solve problems, trying to figure out the best way to do things. It's a challenging job in that you're always kind of scratching your head and collaborating and trying to find the best solutions. So creative people do very well at Jeff's Outdoor. Who should apply to work at Jeff's? People that love to have a good time. Any job site you go by, there's always laughing. There's always joking going on. We have a lot of fun there. And yeah, if you're ambitious, if you like to drive and work hard, it's a great place to work. Next slide. So these are examples of the 3 divisions, the work that we do. The fella on the mower there, that's Mike number 2. I'm Mike number 1. He's Mike 2. We also have a Mike 3 and a Mike 4. We've got a Pete 1 and a Pete 2, a Logan 1, a Logan 2. So if you have those names, you have a pretty good chance of getting hired. As well as if you have skills, that also helps. But yeah, there he is. That's one of our mowers that we use, that's a walker mower. For anybody that knows lawn care equipment, that's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, but it does a beautiful job. And we replace most of our equipment after 4 or 5 years of use. So you'll be on a relatively new piece of equipment, no matter what job you're doing. We don't keep older equipment around, so we don't deal with a lot of breakdowns. We keep fresh stuff on the go. So the top picture there is a garden that we maintain on a regular basis. The garden crew goes in, does weeding and pruning as the year goes on. They have quite an extensive knowledge of what needs to get pruned when and how that goes. And a newer person on the job would get that training on the job as you go, learning about the different plants and what they do. The picture on the, which way? My finger's going the wrong way. The picture with the armor stone wall and the new sod in front of it, that's a job we did in Cayuga. Wasn't completed at that point, but that was a nice picture, so I put it in. We built the armor stone wall there. We built the gardens and the sod, the trees in the background. When we showed up in the early spring, there was a construction trailer exactly in that spot and a great big pile of garbage. And when we left, it looked like that. So if you like making things beautiful, if you like coming into a place where stuff is not in good shape and you turn around and leave and it looks fantastic, that's the kind of work that's good here. So we definitely appreciate guys and gals with an attention to detail. If you drive by any of these job sites, you'll notice that the lines are straight, things are pruned and trimmed at an even height. We like things done in a neat and tidy way, but like I said, we have a lot of fun doing it as well. So that's some examples of the work we do at different sites as well. You can see the color of the grass. Our lawn care division was there, fertilizing and making sure that it stays green and healthy. So that's all 4 divisions that work on those sites. The next slide talks about our core values as a company. So I kind of got a picture that talks about each of the core values. So you see a picture of me there, and that was for professional. Not sure how that snuck in there, but professional, that's our first core value. We really place a high value on treating customers well. We want customers to get a great value for their money. We want them to have a great experience all through the process. Meeting with a contractor is always a bit nerve-wracking for people, and going through the whole process of coming up with ideas, creating drawings, watching people tear your yard apart and put it all back together for you. It can be nerve-wracking. So professional approach on the part of our workers and our office staff is very, very important. It's part of why people come to Jeff's Outdoor as clients, because they know that they're going to get treated in a professional way. The middle picture there, considerate. We place a very high priority on people being considerate. Our staff, that's one of the things we're looking for in an interview, is that people have a considerate nature about them. We don't want to have, landscape Gretzky's. We want to have people that will treat other people fairly. That's what's important to us. So professional, considerate, and finally appreciate nature. If you look at that last picture, it's amazing how many guys at the end of a job will stand there and take photos of the job, and then they come back to the shop the next day. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Look how this turned out. Because they're proud of the effect that was created. They're proud of the work that was done and how it looked. And you see lots of people sharing before and after photos, and there's a lot of pride in creating something that looks good. So those are our core values. You see them there: professional, considerate, and appreciate nature. And if those resonate with you, if hearing those words sounds like it applies to you, then you probably have a good chance working long-term at Jeff's Outdoor. Another thing with the professional and the considerate, we like people to stick around at Jeff's for a long time. We have a lot of employees that have been there for 5 years and up. We have a bunch that have been there for 10 years and up. There's a lot of people that stick around for a lot of years. We don't like to see a lot of turnover. We invest in our people quite a bit, and we like to see them grow in the opportunities they have at Jeff's. So just want to encourage you, if you're coming our way and you're looking to work with us, we are looking at a longer term situation. We're not interested in having somebody for 2 months. We want to keep people and invest and grow a team. So yeah, the next slide. Nobody wants to look at this slide right now. Winter. We do that too. Winter is a fun time around Jeff's Outdoor. It's a little bit more on call. In the summertime, we typically work 45 to 50 hours a week. So you get a lot of your hours during the summer. And then in the winter time, it's a little more on call. We do have projects around the shop that the crews do, and we do keep people busy as much as possible. But yeah, moving snow with a truck, you see a lot of that happening. And I should mention this. A lot of people, when they think of landscaping and plowing and snow, they think of 18, 20-hour days. We've got our winter program very well organized. Most times a shift is 8 hours. If it's a bad snowfall, it's 10 hours. We don't keep people out any longer than that, because that's when accidents happen. That's when bumpers get bent and things get backed into. So we've got a whole protocol that we follow with our snow shifts, and we've got a nighttime crew, we got a daytime crew, we've got a cleanup crew, and so nobody's going to be in a truck for 24 hours straight. We treat people fairly. That's part of our professional and considerate values coming into play there. We just try to make it work for everybody. And it's funny, people that work at Jeff's, they love working outdoors. And even though it's winter time and you're plowing snow that looks just like what you see in the picture, every one of the crews has their windows down. It's hard to explain. They're driving around in the snow flying over the hood, and the windows are down and the wind's blowing through the cab, and it's just, that's, people like it. That's just it's the crew we have. It's the mentality of our group. So yeah, I got one more slide there. Don't want to keep you guys too long. I hope we've covered the bases. But yeah, join a great team, Jeff's Outdoor. You see an email address there, Sherry at Jeff's Outdoor. Sherry is, she looks after our HR. She does a fantastic job of our interviewing process. Everyone that walks out of the interview has a smile on their face. I don't know how she does it. She's awesome. So if you're interested in working at Jeff's, so that's our crew that you see there in the picture. Actually, they couldn't all fit on the screen. There's a lot more people than what you see in that picture. But yeah, we'd be happy to come work here. Like I say, the company's always growing, and we're always looking to add people to the crew. So by all means, I guess we're opening it up to questions right now. So if you do have any questions there for me, let's do that. Samantha?
Mike, can I just come hang out?
Yeah.
Like, that just looks like fun. I just want to come and hang out with you for the day.
Yeah, let's do it. It's fun.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. All right, we do have actual questions.
Awesome.
So one of the questions is WMIS required for safe handling of chemicals?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
yeah. So, sorry, I mentioned the Greenius, and part of the Greenius training does cover WMIS, materials handling, safety standards on the job site, trip hazards, when to use hard hats and PPE and all that sort of thing. That's all covered in the orientation before you even show up for a day. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two more. Are there any account manager outside sales positions available?
That's my job. We got 3 people that are doing account managing and outside sales. And again, like I said, the company's always growing. We're always expanding, so it's there's always an opportunity for that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. I'll show you. This is a plan that we're developing for a client. I won't show you their name because it's still in the works, but for the sales and account managing, this is the kind of stuff that you'll be doing with clients. There's a waterfalls in this one. There's a pool. There's a pergola. There's all kinds of trees and flowers. She's got a bunch of hostas already, and we're integrating it into the design. But yeah, that's the kind of work we're doing. And this was actually drawn by one of our guys in-house. We've got a landscape designer in-house. He does all of these drawings for us. So one thing that we do actually is offer plans. Sometimes people want to develop a plan and build it themselves. We can design a plan for you. You can build it yourself. But we do all the measurements and get it all ready for you. So
amazing.
Yeah. All right. You had one more question?
I did. Can you tell us more about the job scope for building services engineering?
Building services engineering.
That's what the question says.
Okay. Like I say, we do a lot of the site measuring. Myself and our designer Al will travel to a job site, and we're looking at the heights of the land, the measurement, trying to figure out, when it rains, where's the water going to go. There's a lot of engineering that goes into that, and a lot of that is just boots on the ground experience. Some of that is simple math. Water goes from A to B. You got to get it there somehow, right? Not really sure how else to answer that question. Yeah, sometimes we do have jobs where we're on a commercial site. A lot of times that engineering is done ahead of time, and we'll be given a stamped drawing that we're working from. So yeah, we don't have to do a lot of engineering in that case. So.
That's awesome. Mike, did you have a video, or did you not want to?
Yeah, there's a 2-minute video if there's time. Kind of gives you an idea. The maintenance crews, what one of their days looks like. Yeah, if you want to show that.
Will do.
Sounds
Jeff, that was amazing. Just beautiful.
Thank you. That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
We enjoy, like I said, we enjoy making things beautiful. We enjoy making things attractive. It's fun to come into a place that looks kind of sketchy or overgrown and you leave and it looks mint. We take a lot of pride in that.
Well, and I love your training opportunities, how well-rounded that is. Like, you really have clearly thought of everything. Very impressive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. And
Well,
thanks for the opportunity today. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing any more questions, so we can cut it off here. But thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
Well, that was Mike from Jeff's Outdoors, and his contact information will be added to the end credits after this video if you'd like to reach out. Next and last on the agenda, we have Marianne from Haldimand County. Welcome, Marianne. What kind of jobs do you have to share with us today?
We have a number of opportunities to go over, and we can probably go to our PowerPoint and go from there. So I was going to just start off by talking a little bit about what Haldimand County is, because sometimes people don't realize all the different services that the county offers and the types of jobs we have. So you can go to the next slide. You can go to the next slide. Oh, there we go. So what is Haldimand County? It is municipal government, which services a population of over 45,000 people. It provides a lot of different high quality services to the county citizens and promotes the well-being of its communities. And so we have a very diverse selection of careers, starting from summer student positions all the way up to executive level positions. And sometimes people don't realize when they're thinking about the career that they want, that municipal government is something that they could look at doing their career in. Our admin office is in Cayuga, but we have employees working all over the county, all the way from Hagersville to Caledonia, all the way out to Dunnville. And the next slide, I'll go over the different county departments, just so that people are aware. So one of them is corporate and social services. So this includes our long-term care home in Dunnville, and we actually have a number of positions available there that I'll go over, as well as legal and support services, human resources, citizen and legislative services. And then we have engineering and capital works, public works operations. I'll talk about a couple positions there. And that's our facilities, our parks, our cemeteries, our forestry operations and environmental operations, as well as fleet and road operations. We also have financial and data services, which is obviously finance, and data services is basically IT or information systems. And community and development services includes our fire and paramedic services, and volunteer firefighter recruitment will be starting in September. You can actually apply online on the website. There's an application for that process. It's a different process than a regular recruitment. This department also includes economic development and tourism, planning and development, building and municipal enforcement services, and community development and partnerships. So quite a wide array of departments and types of positions that we have. So the next slide, I'll just talk a little bit about the benefits of working for the county. We definitely have competitive salaries, being municipal government, and a very positive work culture focused on teams and progression, a lot of training opportunities and professional development, and just being part of the community that you work in, you're giving back to that local community. So there's that intrinsic value of working for the county as well. And of course, we have stat holidays that are over and above employment standards. We offer a percentage in lieu for part-time employees and full health benefits for full-time employees. We also have the OMERS pension plan for permanent employees, which gives people a great pension when they retire. So that's definitely a benefit. We have uniform and safety boot allowances, learning and tuition assistance programs. We have an employee EAP program for all permanent staff and employee recognition programs as well. So getting into the actual specific opportunities that we have right now, the next slide will look at what we have at Grandview Lodge. So Grandview Lodge is our long-term care home in Dunnville, and it's a widely recognized home across the province, and it's an accredited home as well. And it's actually had no COVID there, which is amazing. They've done an amazing job there, and the staff there are just should be commended. In terms of actual opportunities we have right now, we're always looking for personal support workers. And of course, the personal support worker assists residents basically with all of their daily living activities. And they work under the direction of the regulated health professionals, which would be the registered nurses and the RPNs. So you do have to have your personal support worker certificate for this. And we do look for some experience as well. But that main piece is you have to have that program completed. We are also always looking for registered practical nurses and registered nurses. And you have to obviously have that diploma or degree in nursing and that background. And then for dietary aid / cook positions, we're recruiting for that as well. And of course, this position works in the kitchen as well as the resident dining rooms, helping to serve actual meals to residents and preparing food as well when you're doing the cook position. So in terms of experience and education needed for this type of position, obviously it's high school plus a food handler certificate, and you either have to be graduated from a food service worker course or be currently enrolled. So sometimes employees are able to start while they're still completing that. And so if you're thinking about that, even if you haven't started the program yet, it may be something you want to consider. It's a great job and it really gives back to your community as well. So we have that. And during the course of preparing for this job fair, we also had another opportunity come available for a temporary full-time unit clerk. And the unit clerk position provides administrative support to the director of nursing and the nursing staff. And it's an 18-month temporary full-time position. So you'll find that on our website as well. Okay, so that's it for Grandview. We can go to the next slide. And I'll talk a little bit about facilities and parks, cemeteries, and forestry operations. So at the time we were preparing again for this job fair, we did have some positions posted for this division. Those have since closed, but I still want to bring it up because these positions often come available on our website. So just so people are aware to keep your eye out if you are interested in this type of work. The Parks and Rec Maintenance Assistant position reports to the supervisor of facilities, parks, cemeteries, and forestry operations. And they work with the lead hand to operate and provide maintenance of our buildings, arenas, parks, pools, cemeteries, and equipment. That's the basic synopsis of that job. And then we also have student positions that often come available as well. We just did a big hiring for that, but you can keep your eye out for that position. And basically there would be housekeeping and maintenance tasks at our facilities, parks and cemeteries assigned for that position. You have to be at least 16 years of age for a student position and enrolled in school on a full-time basis. So we'll go to the next slide. So this, under our Economic Development and Tourism division, we actually have a brand new position that's come available. It's pretty exciting. It came about when we got funding specifically for the position, and there's actually 4 available. So we definitely encourage anybody who's in this program to apply. It is a student position for Digital Service Squad team member. And basically the purpose of the position is you're going to be assisting small businesses within Haldimand County to increase their online and digital presence. So things like helping them to enhance their existing website or develop that basic web presence, as well as things like content for those websites, social media, e-commerce, helping them set up things like Google My Business. And that position is a temporary position, and you have to be enrolled in a program that's related. So basically, if you're enrolled in business, marketing, economic development, online and digital technology and marketing, you could consider applying for that position. So that's on our website now as well. And the next slide. Okay, so those are all our current positions that we have. Just to go over a little bit more about the application process, you can find all of our postings on our website under careers. And what you would do is click on the position to take a look at it closer, the more details, and then email your cover letter and resume to our careers email address. And we ask that people try to submit it as one Word or PDF document. And also, I don't think it's on our presentation here, but put the code, the posting code in the subject line of your email, because that helps us easily sort it and send it to the right supervisor or manager who's reviewing them. Only applicants who are selected for interview will be contacted, and you'd receive a confirmation email if you apply electronically through that email that we have received it. And then accessibility accommodations. If you do require anything during the recruitment process, just let us know and we'll make that happen. So that's how you apply. And then I think our last slide talks a little bit about our COVID procedures and how we've been protecting staff. So obviously we're living in a strange world right now with COVID-19, but we have a lot in place, a lot of standard operating procedures for infection control, all the way to face coverings in municipal buildings. So I'm sure you've heard a lot about those kinds of things. But just to let you know, so that you can feel safe if you do get a position with Haldimand County, that we're on top of it and following public health advice. So any training or PPE requirements we're definitely aware of, and Grandview Lodge also has obviously all their stuff in place following the Ministry of Health and public health practices as well. So just want people to be rest assured it's a very safe place to work as well. And yeah, so those are our opportunities. So I really thank you for joining to take a look at that today. And I don't know if there's anything else.
We can switch back. Digital Service Squad, that sounds like so much fun.
I know, it's a brand new position. We just got funding and we have 4 available. So really hoping we find some people in that field that are interested.
Are there matching jackets?
There should be.
Right?
Yes.
All right, I'm just going to see if there's any. I don't think I have too many questions for you, but I think it was very well rounded. You seemed to address everything. Super impressive, Marianne. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, our pleasure. So that was Marianne from Haldimand County. Remember that you'll be able to see Marianne's contact information in the end credits that will follow. We've come to the end of our very first day of our virtual job fair. Big thank you to Vicki, Mike, and Marianne who have joined us today. We hope that you've taken away some valuable information from the employers and applied to some of the positions that you might be interested in. Reminder to those who pre-registered, using Eventbrite, you will receive a summary with highlights from all 3 days of the job fair. For those of you who didn't register, please feel free to register using the Eventbrite link in the YouTube description, or you can also contact your local employment center, and registration can be done right up until 2 p.m. on Thursday. The Employment Center's contact information will also be presented in our credits. Just give us a call. We also appreciate your feedback on the job fair. So a survey link is posted in the YouTube description. You can click to answer a few short questions and your voice can be heard. Thank you all for coming, and we hope to have you join us tomorrow and Thursday on the St. Leonard's Community Services YouTube channel. Tomorrow, we have employers coming on from 1 to 2 p.m. We have Community Living Brant, VON Canada, Commercial Cleaning Services, DHL Supply Chain, and Mitsui High Tech Canada. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, everyone, and have a great day.